Well, do you remember when the Labour Party came in, they had some slogans. I mean, they're good at slogans, aren't they? And one of them was Great British Energy, wasn't it? And the other one was Great British Railways. Well, they're keeping up with the Great British, because now they're coming up with the Great British Car Boot Sale. Right, I'm Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. A very late video, and so it's going to be short, and I'm just going to be talking about a couple of things. I have to excuse myself, at least I feel I have to excuse myself. The first was, this morning I heard the news about the Chagos Islands, which I'm going to be discussing in a minute, and it upset me so much I couldn't bring myself to make a video. And the second thing was that the dog was sick, and I had to dash off with him to take him to the vet this afternoon. So it's all been quite a day, really. And yeah, let's start with Lee Anderson.
Hey up, it's me again, just on my way to London. Look behind me, I'm at East Midlands Parkway station. Look at that, Ratcliffe Power Station, the cooling towers, just been closed down. No longer can we use coal at this power station. Absolute madness. We've got coal under our feet, we're importing coal, we're importing shale gas from America, we're importing wooden pellets from America to burn at Drax Power Station. Is there another country in the world that would inflict this sort of harm on itself? I think not.
Yeah, and we're inflicting harm one time after another. So Lee Anderson put it about the power stations. There's nothing more I could say that he hasn't already said. It's except to agree with him, to say this. We've got shale gas as well, but of course any exploration or development of that has been closed down. Okay, so that's one thing that the country is giving away. And by giving away, I mean our power stations will, our coal mines are being closed down. So even if we wanted to reopen at any future time, we wouldn't have the expertise. So we are actually literally cutting the ground from under our own feet, or at least we are not, but our government is. All right, and so that's the first thing. And the second thing is the Chagos Islands. Now, it's an archipelago. Some of it is just about above the water, and some of it is just below the water. Maybe our government is so convinced about global warming that they think the Chagos archipelago is going to be underwater completely within the next couple of years, so it doesn't matter. But here you can see it has a very high strategic value there. And that's China. And when China wants to bring anything to Europe, they go through the Suez Canal. They come this way. And they come through the Straits of Malacca here. So, I mean, they can go the other way, of course, over the Pacific. But this is the route of choice, straight past the Chagos archipelago. So Mauritius has laid claim to it, although it never actually had any sovereignty over it at all, as far as I know. Let's have a closer look. And this is where Mauritius is, and this is where the Chagos Islands are. And that is over 2,000 kilometres away. So there is no reason for the British to cede this place to that place. Now, if we get a closer in map, this is the Chagos Islands, the archipelago. And this is Diego Garcia, one of the islands. And the British are going to give all of this to Mauritius for a 99-year lease on Diego Garcia. Meanwhile, the Chinese can put down roots here. Now, we know that, let's get the bigger map. We know that the Chinese have been involved in trying to make sovereignty over the China Sea here by building artificial islands. A lot of the artificial islands have destroyed all sorts of reefs and corals and disrupted fish grazing grounds, or whatever you call that. So they've done tremendous damage to the ecology of the South China Sea. And what I'm assuming is they want the Chagos Islands because, as I said, some of the area is above water and some of it is just below water, and they could build a huge airfield there. They don't care about the ecology of the place. They'll just concrete the whole thing over. And having a 99-year lease on this little place here is total nonsense. And it won't do Britain any good to lose control of this area. It won't do America any good to lose control of this area. And it won't do India any good either. Or Australia. I mean, it's a complete disaster. And also, by the way, that's Iran over there. This whole area is a military hotspot, and Britain is going to hand this strategic chunk of land here in the middle of the sea lanes all the way around here to China. Because it will be China. Mauritius has very strong links with China. And China and Iran are also rather pally with each other. So how much do you think Diego Garcia is going to mean in a situation like that? Because you've got this whole area here completely at the mercy of the Chinese by the time they finish, and Mauritius will benefit from that, because if it has control over that, it can then get rent from the Chinese for this. And what does it care? It's over here anyway. Right, so that's the comment I have to make about this. It's the great British sell-off of national assets, and unfortunately this is a national asset that's an asset to the entire Western world, and Britain is just giving it away. Now, we can blame the Labour Party for doing this, but I mean, we can blame David Lammy, because I can just imagine the negotiations. They went in there, and David Lammy went in there, and they said, you've got to give us the Chagos Islands, and David Lammy will say, yeah, all right, because he couldn't think of an argument against it. I don't think, I shouldn't think he even knew where the Chagos Islands were before he became Foreign Secretary. But the Conservative Party were already in negotiations with Mauritius about this. So again, I keep saying, I blame all of this situation that we're in, and I'm really very angry about it. But I blame it not on the Labour Party. I mean, they're just an ineffective bunch of student radicals, and you can expect them to mess things up big time. But this didn't need to happen. It's the Conservatives who set the scene. Right, well, that's it. That's all I have to say. The Great British Sale, come on everybody, buy what you want. We're selling everything at bargain basement prices. That is, for nothing. It's all free. Okay, till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.